everyone, and welcome back to this new lecture all about Revit. So, today we'll be learning how to do the furniture in the living area and the kitchen. So, first of all, let's get the TV from the ground. So, Control C, go to first floor, and Control V. Replace it here and rotate it according to your needs. Just place it right here. You can bring this one forward if you want. Okay, and we're good to go. Now we must also place some furniture for the kitchen. For the kitchen as well as the living rooms. So just go into Components, Load Family. First we'll do the living rooms. So move to Furniture. Okay, so we have to go to Seating. Now what do I need? I need the sofa, both of these. Okay, let's get all of these so far. Let's get some chairs. Okay. Only task arms. Let's get this one and this one. Perfect. And then simply click on Open. Wait for it to load. Now go back to see the loaded components. Go to Tables and load some tables. So we'll load the round dining table. Okay, let's load this one. And also some coffee tables and rectangular tables as well. Perfect. So just open them. Now we'll first of all get over the sofa I have right here. Let's place one right here and another one right over here. Let's get the TV stand, or you can go to this wall and change the sofa. Bring it here. Let's get the TV. And you can also place the stand, so let's place the TV over it. We can place some tables. Yeah, we need a table. This one seems good. Okay, great. Then let's have a look at the kitchen. So go to Components, Load Family, go back, go to Specialty Equipment, go to Domestic, and browse to Kitchenette. Medium load the kitchenette. So I would just place the kitchen like this. And in the kitchen, I'll load it again, and I'll just go for the kitchen with the small washer, the washer and dryer. Okay. So you can place the washer there. And then kitchen, we need dirty for dirty kitchen. So we're right over here. Okay. So good. Now we need to place some shelves for the kitchen as well. Just go to Shelving and place this right there. Place this one over here. Yeah, we're good. Now go to Complete again. Now we head over to our dining room. We need to place our dining table right over here and some sofa seating. That's done. Copy it, Control C, Control V, and bring it. Oh, you can bring that there, and you can bring the sofa sitting to the other side now. So, copy that, TV and the stands as well. Control C, and then Control V here. You can rotate them to 90 degrees. Place them right here. Now, go back to Components and search for some chairs. Oh, right, I need this right here. Okay, we're good now. Our ground is done. Let's go to the first floor. We do the same kitchen here as well. Kitchen, medium. Just place it there. You can have some sofas like this one. Or you can even now move into the coffee table component. So place a table. Let's place a table here. Another one right here. Let me place some other components here as well. For example, the other chairs that we have, you can just search for chair. Now we have this right here. Just place this here and change the sofa to something like this one. Okay, that's almost it. You can have some shelves in the kitchen too, just like this. Alright, and we're done for our kitchen and living area. Well done. The next step, we'll be talking all about our dimensions, but we'll save that for the next lecture. Today, we will be talking about the dimensions. So, let's go into annotations and dimensions. Now, it's very easy to check dimensions of everything in Revit. First of all, let's try it here. We have aligned. The aligned dimensions are from here to here. It gives me a dimension. Now for linear stuff, we only have straight dimensions. It doesn't take simple dimensions like I'm trying to take right now. It'll only give us the linear dimension. Then we have some angular dimensions. If, like these two, are at an angle, I can check the size of that angle in between. We have some radial. Let's draw. Let me draw a circle over here by typing LY with draw circle. And now go to a note and go to radius. As you can see, I can check the radius, or I can go in diameter to check the diameter. I can even check the arc length. Okay, unfortunately, this is not an arc, but if I go a line again and draw an arc, okay, let's draw it. Now let's check our length from here to there. Okay, you just have to check both of the points in order to get the arch length like this. You also have some other options for line detail, which we've used before. Some components and other things as well. But we'll just be going over these only now in the line part. You can go and manually check every dimension, like I'm just going over walls and clicking again and again. But if you don't want to do that, there's also another way. You go into a line, like right here. You go into entire walls and click on wall faces. And go into options and intersecting walls. Not openings, but just intersecting walls. I click here and it gives me dimensions. Click on this wall and you see, it gives me dimensions automatically. You can do this, but since we have individual walls, we don't have a complete single wall, so we're not going to do this. We'll do individual references from here to here. That's just manually. Okay, let's get the complete one as well. Let's go for this side as well, just like that. Now, get the complete one as well. Okay for this side too. So that just gives you a rough idea. Now, the question is, how do you get the dimensions if you want to change some? I mean, you can't manually change these, But if you want to change the size of these texts, you have a couple of options as well. But if you go into Edit, Type and Write here, then you have the text size. You can also change the size from here. You can go for 4 and then Apply. So our size has increased drastically. And that's how you change the size of text. You can go to first floor and get its dimensions as well. So I'll do that quickly. So just do it according to your needs. I'm not going to do it with much precision, but roughly just showing you. You can select the end of the walls to get the dimensions required. Like you're seeing here, if I change it to the vault center line, the dimensions will be taken from each vault center point. Before, they were taken from the sides. Now, it's taken from the center point. So that's how you take dimensions of each and everything in your design. You can even go inside the rooms and get its dimensions if you want. You can also change the options for this text. Just select this and go to Edit. Now we have right here opaque. So I want it transparent. When I click transparent, click Apply. As you can see, I can see behind the dimensions as well. I'll delete these because I don't need it. So that's it. All right, well, that is a little insight into the dimensions. I hope this was clear and understandable for you all. Today, we'll be talking about room tags. So we can add some text to label the different spaces, like the garage, or you can type porch, for example. And on the first floor, we have terrace. Just copy this, click copy, and paste it on the back as well. Okay, that's it, brilliant. We're going to get into rooms now, like we have right here in the Architecture tab room. Since every enclosed boundary can be named a room now, it automatically makes it a zone. It calculates the area of the room as well. Alright, let's place a room like here, then you can rename them. We'll do that later, like over here. Okay, just click on each of these and create a room. Make the bathroom part as an individual powder room, because we simply add some text there. Now, go into Edit and click Show Area as well. Click Apply. You can go to Edit again and uncheck the showroom number. Okay, that's better. Or you can even, since we have a lot of space here, bring it upwards. Click over the room tab twice, which will open a new tab. Now we just need to delete, Control Z, delete the room number here, and then click to select your area. Bring it just above. Okay. Now I also want to reduce the size of this, so you can go to Edit. Right here we have text size. I will go for something like 1.5. Okay, same for this one as well. Alright, so go into Project and override the existing one. So now we have a room, but they don't take up as much space as they did before. You can just move these now, and let's rename them bedroom, bathroom. We have the servants' quarter, servant quarter kitchen, dirty kitchen, main kitchen. We have the dining/drawing room. Just drag it below And then we have P lobby. Okay, so this is how you add room tags. But if you want to add some text, you can also add a note. And you have the option of adding text there as well. Let's try here. Green space, so you can do that. But it's all manual work. If you want to do that, bring this down here. Now let's go to the first floor. We need to create some more rooms as well. Go to rooms again and start doing the same thing. So let me remove this. Now another thing right here, I have two spaces. This is my living room and this is my PE space. Now I don't want this to be a whole single space, so I'll go back. I have right here a room separator. So I'll draw a line from there to there. Now I'll go to room, and as you can see, my space has been separated into two distinct zones. I can do that there and draw another room or space here. 30 spaces are opened, so we cannot give them a room. Living room, kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom. You can do the same for these bedrooms and bathrooms. You can add some text as well, like I'll do here. I'll go to a note text right here, which is void. You can even type here. Yes. Move to the ground. You can rename this as well as living room. Alright, so now we're good to go. You can add text or room text to the bathroom as well. And in the wardrobe as well if you want. But that's something I won't be doing right now. Alright then everyone, that was it for the room tags. I hope that was clear and understandable for everyone. Okay, so today we're going to look into grids. So, go to the Architecture tab. We have this option right here, Gridworks. You can either draw it manually, like I'm going to draw it, or let's just redo it, like over this wall. Let's just draw it over this wall, and over this wall as well. You can also go for the vertical ones, just like that. Let's move them all to the same spot. You have a couple of ways to place a grid. Like now, I just placed it randomly. But if you have several columns, like 1, 2, and 3, just go to 3D, get this column, make your first floor, go to ground again. Perfect. Alright, let me make a couple of copies. Let's just copy this. Alright, so now you can either go for the manual method, doing all the work manually, or you go to grid. There's this option that you have here. Let me just go back and wait. Let me reset this. Go to column. In the column, you can either place the columns manually, or when the grid is done, you can go simply into your column. Type and click on the grids, and just select the grids and click OK. The columns will be placed automatically. Let me show you again, but I drew those manually. But let's just do it again. I go to columns, I click on the grid, I select both of my grids, and I click. I go to 3D. As you can see on the grid, 4 of my columns have been drawn. So that's one way of doing it. But if you still need to use grids in whatever way you like, you can do that. You can go to grids, you can take offsets, and you can draw circular grids the way you like. You can also rename the grids. Like, let's rename this A, and let me leave this. Now, if I draw my grid right over here, it will automatically start at B. Alright, so that's how you get done with the grids. I hope this was clear and understandable for you all. Next time, we will do a bit of a cleanup for elevations. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this lecture on Revit. Today, we're going to do a cleanup for elevations. Alright, so let's go into elevations. We have 4 elevations. We're going to make them all match our needs. So, first of all, what we need to do is to add some ground. Let's do that now. Go to Massing and Site. You have topography at the top here. Just click on it and draw 4 points around your site and click OK. So that's done. Go to 3D to check it. Okay, you can move back to ground. Click on Edit Surface, or don't go to Building Pad now. I'll just draw the outline of my building. Okay, so let's just get it done. Alright, so now we're done. Just press TR to fix those edges, and then click OK. Now, move into 3D. As you can see, our pad is messing with our, ground floor. Just double-click it and move it to the soil. Click OK. Now it's under our floor. Okay, so we come back here. Now let me just hide this. Alright, so let's go to elevations and hide the boundary line, since I don't need it by category. Oh, sorry. You can hide it just by selecting Hide for every single one of these. Or at least hide the ones that are in front of you. And now we have a couple of other things to do. Like we have this level over here, which needs to go down, just like that. Okay, we're good. Now for the elevation, you can do a couple of things. For example, you can add trees to the sides. You can even make the levels be the same size as the soil. Perfect. So you can do a couple of things that you can edit before getting into elevations and sections. So move into your ground and just place some plants that we have. We can go in here. If you don't have plants, just pick a smaller one that is like 3.1. Yeah, this is good. Let's place it right here. But until then, I hope you can practice with what we did today and that it was clear and understandable. Today, we're going to talk about the north and the east. So we need to make some changes so our elevation looks better. You can, of course, turn the shadows on, but it won't look that good. You go into 3, select 3, go to Override by Category, and in here you can convert its transparency to 50% and make it half to click. Okay? Now, go into Graphic Display Options. Just type here. Wide lines don't type. I mean, just cast sketchy lines. No sketchy lines. But we do need depth. So show depth. Yes, we do need some. And we have this one as well. We have this. We bring this down. Bring the DI shadows to 15. And be realistic? No, we give it a sky background. Okay. And click apply. Alright, not sky maybe. We can go for something like this. Alright, so there we have our elevation. So one more thing we should do is go to ground and select your topographic. Move to material and give it earth material. Okay, so earth material has a cut pattern. Alright, so now you can move in here. And there you have it. Let's give it a background, foreground, and pattern, like large pattern as well. Okay, apply as. Alright, apply. So just do this for all of that. You can go into Edit Graphic Display, and you can save this as a template. Just click on one, and you have it. Click OK. Alright. Now we have saved it as a template. Let me just change the graphic for this. We've given it a bit too much transparency. Let's bring it down to 42 or even 22. Alright, so that's perfect now. Now you can take this even more down if you want. Like it's still cutting it. So yeah, bring it downwards, and there you have it. Now we're just going to apply this setting to all of our elevations. Just go to View from the top and click on View Templates. Apply Template, click on the first one, and click OK. Just now, what you need to do is crop it down just like that. You need to crop it, and you need to hide these as well. You also need to make this right here, so make it so that it comes downwards. You also need to change the scale for this, as it's 1:100. We have 1:50. Okay, good. Now you can also override the trees as half to transparency 20. Alright, there you have. You can do this for the remaining elevations as well. And that's it for today's lecture. Well done. Next time, we'll talk about the South and the West. I hope this was clear and simple to follow. Today, we're going to talk about the South and West. Alright, so let's move to the two other elevations that we have, so South and West. Okay, and to do the same method. So, for those as well, apply the template, click OK, and we have it now. Just drop the region, drop it down to where you need it. So once again, we have 1-100. We need to make that one. And hide the grid lines. Let's hide this as one here as well, as it's blocking overview. Hide the pad. Okay, so it's all hidden now. Alright, so let's move the levels. We're good. And let's do the same for this one. Let's bring it down just like that. And there you have it. You might want to change some options because the distributor doesn't look good. So let's just repeat that. I can go into graphic display options. I need to change some depth. Alright, so let's make it tighter. Okay, so it's better now. Let's move on to the next elevation. Go to the west side. First of all, hide the above two grids. Make it 1:50 scale. Let's hide the soil pad as well. So hide it like that. Now let's apply the template. And okay, yeah. Well, now we can drop view crop region, and now we make it smaller. Yeah, this is good. So we just need to bring our levels. All right. Here. Okay. Why is this not changing? Let's bring your tear as well. Let's do the same for our soil. Okay. Good. You can tweak its options as it's too dark in there. Make it a little less dark. Let's make it light. Bring it down. Okay. Just a little level above. Okay, so we're good. Now you can of course change the half tone. Apply 20%. Okay, just move it so that it doesn't block your view. And now I do the same for this as well. By category, half tone, 20%. All right. So that's it. Now we have the elevations done. I hope this was easy to follow and that the steps were simple. Next time, we'll talk about cutting sections.